Hey guys, hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So I wanted to pop on here, as I always do. I was reading a blog, and it was actually from a few years ago. So I didn't know how prevalent or how relatable it was actually going to be with what's going on in today's network marketing market. But as I was reading this article, and it was entitled The 10 Downfalls of Network Marketing, I started reading through it and I'm like, oh my God, this is still prevalent today. So there are 8 things that I took from this article that I feel is going to give you guys a lot of clarity. Hey, Betsy. So if you guys are coming on live, say hi and where you're coming in from. If you're coming in on the replay, use hashtag replay so I know to go back and say hi. But also tag some teammates or friends that are in the network marketing space or in entrepreneurship that could really benefit from this because they're struggling or they may have struggled at some point. But also share this video on your personal page, on a private team page, where other people that I'm not connected to could benefit from this information. So there are 8 significant things that I noticed with this article that I feel you guys will relate to. So the number one reason out of the 8 that you might not have the success that you want in network marketing: low cost of entry. Meaning there's no screening process. And for anyone that's in my Network Marketing Academy, we just did a training on how to build and grow your network marketing team, which one of the first things that we do is we screen the people that actually want to be a part of our team. Hi, Lorraine. But that's what I mean. We get so desperate. Someone wants to get on the products or whatever it is. And we want them in the business, or someone wants to be in the business, but you're not screening the people. Because network marketing is so inexpensive to join, it lets everybody in. And you guys have heard me talk about this before. Treat building your network marketing business like a speakeasy and not like a corner bar. So if you think about that analogy, what happens in a corner bar? You let anyone and everyone in. Fake IDs and all. But a speakeasy, it's a very specific person. They have to fit that description. How's their money mindset? Are they willing to do what is required to succeed? Are they willing to become a leader? And Betsy says, it's so true. I only offer the opportunity to qualified people. And that's not to say that you shouldn't offer it to anyone, but you shouldn't offer it to anyone. If you were running a company and you were looking for some sales reps, would you hire someone just because they wanted that job, or would you hire someone because they actually qualified for that job and they earned the right to have that position? If you're building a network marketing team, I'm sorry, you're running an organization. You're running a business. So you better be careful about who you let in. You screen those people. Number 2 problem: very high attrition rate. High attrition. 50 to 80% of your people that you have right now, they quit every year. 50 to 80% of the people that you bring in end up quitting. And the fact is that you need to have a balance between consumers and builders. Happy consumers are fine. But consumers don't build your business. They build your volume They don't build your business. I built an organization of almost 5,000 people, not by myself. I enrolled a few hundred, and out of those few hundred, there were some great leaders that stepped up and built their own organizations. But the fact of the matter is this, if you know that 50 to 80% of the people, on average, are going to leave your opportunity, they're probably going to stop the products as well because it's not worth it to them. So you do want those people that are dedicated product users, but you absolutely want that balance of builders. You want to create duplication as quickly as possible. You don't want to be running adult daycare centers. And again, this comes back to if you have to constantly remind people to get on calls, to get on Zooms, to get event tickets, to do this, to do that, to log in. If you're reminding people in your organization to do certain things when it comes to building their business, they're probably not the right fit. And you should probably let them go. The more leaders that you can develop, the more leaders that you can create that go and build their own organizations and then teach other people to build organizations and so on and so on. That's how you create income in network marketing. But most people, they get so desperate. They get so desperate. They want to enroll as many product users and consumers as possible. So then they offer the opportunity to every single one of them, and they wonder why those people fall flat on their face. Because they don't have what it takes, or they don't want it as bad as you want it. And Betsy said, I let the dead weight go in 2019, and she got lighter. It's the truth. When you develop other leaders, that's not only when you step into a leadership role, but that's when you're going to see your organization flourish. So if you know that 50 to 80% on average are going to leave, you got to attract the right people. Number 3, the other problem is shiny object syndrome. Ground floor opportunity. You hear those words all the time. Run if you hear it. Once in a lifetime. Nothing else like it in the market. Stand alone. So people get attracted to this shiny object syndrome. Oh, I can show you how to make $10,000 a month in no time. When you're building this business, and this is the truth, if you are not willing to commit 2 to 4 years to learn everything that you need to learn about network marketing, not about your company, not about your products, about network marketing. You got to remember, network marketing is a profession. It's an industry. You have to learn as much as you can about it, not just about what your company teaches. And you have to be realistic. Prime example. A good friend of mine reached out to me and he said, Scott, I need your help. I said, what's up? And he goes, I have someone that's newly building with me. And I went over exactly what you taught in the academy. I did the interview. We went over her monetary goals and this, that, or the other. And I said, okay, what's the problem? And he said, well, her goal is within the first 12 months, she wants to make $1 million a year. And he goes, I just want to be realistic with her. And he was absolutely right for voicing this to me because I'm sorry. I don't care how good of a network marketer you may be. I don't care how great your company's compensation plan is or the product is. It is nearly impossible to go from entry level, saying yes to an opportunity, 12 months later to making $1 million a year. Now, just to paint a picture for you, and you want to hear how difficult that is? $83,333 a month. Every month for 12 months equals $1 million. So, when you say yes to network marketing, you're not going to be making $83,000 a month off the bat. Even if you ramp up to that, think about how many months you're not making the $83,000 that you have to make up for the months that you then are. I know of one person ever to go from 0 to 1 million in 12 months, and that's because they came over from another company and brought their team with them. I think people don't, and it's good to have those kind of goals. So I said, be realistic with them. So can you go from 0 to $100,000 in 1 year? Absolutely. 0 to $250,000 in 1 year? Potentially. Again, remember, $20,000 a month for 12 months is $250,000. So think about ramping up the business and getting it to a point where it's growing to that point. So you cannot have shiny object syndrome. You have to be realistic with your goals. Number 4, network marketing still does have a bad reputation. The Ponzi scheme, the pyramid scheme, illegal. And there's a reason why. It's because of bad network marketers. It's not the companies that are giving network marketing a bad name. It's the low entry-level network marketers that know nothing about it, have not done the personal development, are pitching and selling to their friends and family, ruining relationships, and are giving it a bad name. Or they're doing shady stuff. They're hopping to another company, cross-recruiting, doing nasty things. That's why people think it's a Ponzi and a pyramid. Not because it's illegal, because it's not. I know there's a lot of people making money in network marketing. But why people think it's a Ponzi and a pyramid is because there's a lot of amateurs in network marketing pretending to be professionals. If you read GoPro by Eric Worre, he clearly says it takes 4 to 6 years to become a professional in network marketing. So the only reason why people truly feel that network marketing is a Ponzi and a pyramid is because the people that haven't done the work are giving it a bad name. Number 5. This is a big reason why a lot of people aren't succeeding. Outdated trainings and policies. So the companies, they have trainings that just are not updated. The policies and procedures of how people can build, outdated. To achieve different results than others, you must do different things. If there are companies out there that are still teaching things from the 1980s, the 1990s, even the early 2010s, you're most likely behind. As technology has evolved, so have the industries, including network marketing. So if you think for a second that a network marketing company shouldn't be going back and looking at the trainings that are out there, seeing how social media is being used, updating some policies and procedures, whatever it is, thank you, Tammy. If you're going to try to build a business in 2020 that's being taught by a company that's much older than that, but is still teaching things from 1974, I don't know how it's going to work. We're in the age of technology. We're in the age of social media. This is all you really need to build a business. The home parties, they're great. People don't want to leave their house anymore. I'm sorry, they don't. You think someone wants to get in their car, schlep 30 minutes to a Tupperware party or a product party just to be pitched and sold to? No. That's what these are for. Set up a Zoom. Set up a call. If you know that your company has outdated stuff, you got to start looking out. The reason why I created the Network Marketing Academy, and some of the members are on here, every month I do a new updated masterclass on something related to network marketing, whether it's building your brand. Like this month was all about creating a Facebook business page and monetizing it for network marketing. Last month was building out your brand, your colors, website, logo. Companies aren't teaching that. That's why I created the academy, because I wanted there to be resources every single month for someone to latch onto. Number 6. You're ruining personal relationships. Ruining personal relationships. I've been there. I've ruined a lot of relationships, mostly in the beginning of my journey, because I was following an outdated training, which is to make that list of 100 people, family and friends, and text blast and email blast and try to enroll them. And it felt dirty. I'm not going to lie. It felt dirty. No one wants to pitch their friends and family. How good could that feel? And it's so interesting to me. Again, that's a perfect example of an outdated training and technique. That list of 100, whoever started it, I don't even know if they're still alive. It was probably started by Avon from the 1880s. The list of 100, what you guys need to understand, the list of 100 was created because the networks that people had before social media, that list of 100 was the only thing they can go by, because there was no way outside of your warm market like we can do today. But for some reason, they're still teaching people to pitch and prospect their friends and family, which are the last people you want to build a business with. And you don't want to ruin those relationships. Betsy said someone from a wine company did that to her and asked her to, and she asked her to take her off her list. I'm sorry. There's just better ways to do things, and that is not one of them. So number 7, this is a big one. And I will absolutely admit that I got caught up in this. I absolutely got caught up in this. Cult-like behavior. They tell you to avoid your friends, avoid your family, disassociate from those who don't support you, only listen to your upline. I mean, come on. Just think about that for a second. You joined a network marketing company. They tell you, listen, if your friends aren't going to support you, don't talk to them. If your family's not going to support you, don't talk to them. Disassociate from people that don't support you. You don't need them. You have us. Well, here's the sad reality. You find out really quickly when you stop doing network marketing who your real friends are. So I stopped building about 2.5 years ago. I know exactly who my friends are and who my friends are not. Betsy said everyone should have a coach or listen to a free podcast outside your company. She's right. That's why I started my podcast. The cult-like behavior that some network marketing it's bad. So what if your friends don't want to do what you're doing? They don't want to sell face creams. They don't want to sell shakes. They don't want to sell oils. Who cares? Who gives a shit? That doesn't mean they're not going to support you. They could support you and cheer you on without having to take your products. So what if your family doesn't want to take your products or join your team? Just because they're unsupportive, you're going to cut them off? And you're only supposed to listen to your upline? It sounds like a boss mentality to me. So then that brings on the question, are we creating employees for these network marketing companies? Or are we really developing leaders? Because a lot of it looks like, sounds like, feels like an employee mentality, where these leaders are in this management role, moving the strings, the puppeteer. If you feel that the team that you're on, the company that you're with, it's starting to feel a little bit cultish, and then they'll try to swing it. It's not a cult, it's a culture. Listen, I know what a culture is. And I also know what a cult is. And sometimes you got to go your own way. You got to carve your own path to really see and understand that. Now, the eighth and final point. And this is big. And this is more along the lines of the team that you're on. If your team has no system at all, like literally throwing darts at a dartboard with your eyes closed, or it's a bad or outdated system where it's working for the upline because they're making all the money, but the people underneath, it's not working the same way for them, you got to find a new way, and you got to find something different that works. The reason why I created the program that I created with LinkedIn for network marketers is because it works. I had a woman in 6 weeks recently rank advance twice in her business. I had another gentleman from the UK enrolled 3 new business builders in 45 days. You follow a system that's been proven by someone else, it's going to work. If that system that your team is teaching, is only benefiting the people at the top, you're going to have to do something different. That's not what network marketing is all about. To think, honestly, that a system that's been created 7, 8, 9 years ago, I do have a cold, so I'm a little nasally right now. That's as good as it gets right now, Tammy. I'm still trying to forge ahead. I'm feeling better today. I've been resting a lot. But yeah, it's just when you have an 8-year-old, sometimes you catch these little colds. So a little nasally, no sore throat, but I'm feeling better. I have enough energy to come on here. That's the important thing. And a cold doesn't stop me from providing value and content either. But if the system that your team is using is only helping the people at the top and it's not helping the people underneath, you got to start looking for something different. So, again, these are just 8 of the main reasons why I feel people really aren't achieving what they're achieving. So, if you're on here live, what was your biggest takeaway? Tag some teammates, share this video. If you're on the replay, use hashtag replay. So remember, low cost of entry. Screen the people that you invite in. High attrition. You need to have a balance between consumers and builders. Knowing that 50 to 80% are going to quit, you got to always replace those people. Shiny object syndrome. Be realistic with your goals. I'm sorry, you're not going to make $1 million in 1 year. Be realistic. The bad reputation. Ponzi pyramid. As a distributor in network marketing, as an associate, it's your responsibility to give it a good name, not give it a bad name. The people that are getting in a low entry, if they're doing things the wrong way, they're going to consistently give it a bad name, and that's why people think it's a Ponzi pyramid. Outdated trainings and policies by your company. To achieve different results than others, you must do different things. If it's okay to do things outside of what your company is teaching, that's why coaches exist. And you're ruining personal relationships. Stop prospecting your friends and family. Leave them alone. Cult-like behavior. If you're being told to avoid your friends, avoid your family just because they aren't supporting you, it's BS. Who cares if look for people that will. Love and honor the people of where they are, even if they are not supporting you and not joining you. It doesn't matter. People can do whatever they want. And finally, if your team's system is not in place or it's outdated and it's only working for a handful of people, namely the people at the top, you got to start looking for other things. So guys, I hope this has helped. I am on the mend. My cold is getting better, but I just want to thank everyone that came on here live that's just watching. I want to thank the people that come onto the replay. I want to thank the people for sharing this, tagging people. And Tabby said, I always fought the 100 name list. Thanks for validating. Cold market is my favorite. And I agree with Tammy. The cold market is where you're going to build the best business because you could take any cold connection and make them into a warm lead and a lasting friendship. So guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Love and gratitude. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.